If you're a guy who's been training for longer than a few months, at some point you've probably considered taking PEDs or steroids. Or maybe you're a man who has tried PEDs. Now, coming from a man who's thought about doing just that, I've made 10 years worth of progress 100% natural, and I can confidently say you don't need to take PEDs. I'm going to tell you the reasons why you should never consider taking PEDs again, and it's things you've probably never thought of. The main reason people often want to jump on PEDs is because they believe it will increase the progress and the speed at which they get that progress 10 times faster with 10 times less effort. They believe taking them and getting the physique they want will increase the confidence and will change everything you thought was missing within your life and within your training. But the truth is, this isn't the case at all. And even if it was, it still isn't worth it. Now, of course, there's negative sides to steroids, but these are the obvious ones that people always go over, such as physical side effects, mental side effects, or mood swings, for example. But something performance-enhancing drugs do, which not a lot of people think about, is it masks your recovery. This will result in frequent injuries, especially if you're weightlifting and you're someone who enjoys going to the gym consistently. Now, what I mean by PEDs masking your recovery is they'll often give you the confidence to keep pushing weight and feel like you're really strong, when in reality, behind the scenes, your tendons are working overtime, they're getting weaker and weaker, they're getting more stiff, and they're not able to heal and recover as fast as your muscles. But you feel like you're fully recovered because the next session you go to the gym, you're getting stronger, you're pushing more weight and everything like that. This keeps happening until inevitably you break something, or you tear a pec, or you get a herniated disc, something like that. This is the main reason you see so many bodybuilders and people who are on drugs getting injured. It's not necessarily the drugs per se, it's the fact that because the drugs are allowing them to lift more weight and push themselves quicker than they would if they were natural, the body isn't giving them those signs to say you need to cut back and relax because you're potentially going to get injured. No warning signs of you being injured means you're more likely to get injured. Whereas if you're 100% natural and you're not on any PEDs, you feel aches and pains in your elbows and your knees, or you might feel a bit of tendon stiffness, and you won't be able to push more weight and injure yourself further. Another thing that performance enhancing drugs allow you to do is to progress a lot faster, which sounds good on paper. But the faster you progress with your training, the less you're actually using trial and error within your training. Now, this is something that's integral for your training to make sure you're improving week on week, month on month, year on year. You need to be able to see what exercises are working for you. You need to realize what things do and don't work, such as form. If you skip these things in lifting, you'll never actually come to realize what works for your body and what exercises you should be doing during your own specific training. And by the time you do come to realize you need these things and you need these trial and errors in your training to make sure you're making progress, you're either going to be injured or stuck in your old ways entirely. Another thing is false info, lack of understanding, and then having no desire to research and study things that can help you progress. You see it so many times, especially with young people, where they jump on steroids and then after a year of training they have a really good physique and people are looking up to them, but they've actually not done any studying within the training at all to where they can actually give good advice to other people. I've seen people online and in person who are on steroids and they look really good, and people are asking them loads of questions on how they got the physique, and then they're giving people stupid advice, such as you need to twist your arms in certain directions to do tricep extensions, or you need to do certain things with your diet and all these kind of things, and saying stupid things like, oh, if you want to build big legs, you have to do this exercise, it's the best leg builder. They're getting false info because the progress has come so quick, they think they know what they're talking about, when in reality, the PEDs that they've been taking have just helped enhance the physique, and they've not actually had to do any studying or research to get those points and give ideas to people who are asking for them. And another thing, which may sound like a good thing on paper, but it's you'll reach your ceiling quicker. The quicker you actually reach your ceiling of results in your training, the quicker you're going to be left with no drive and no want to keep progressing in the gym. This is when people stop training, they fall off the gym, and then they end up going backwards. And then you end up with those people who are no longer training and they're stuck still taking steroids because they've ruined their hormones and testosterone production, and then they're in a position where they're not even training, but they're still having to take TRT and stuff like that. Yes, natural progress takes a while, but it's worth it because you've still got these mini progressions that you're making year on year, which gives you a good mental attitude to keep continuing. I know for a fact that if I hopped on PEDs within the first few years of training, I probably would have hit my enhanced potential, depending on what I'd be using, 5-6 years into it, and I'd be a lot stronger then than I was now. But at this point, 10 years into training, I know fully well I probably would have stopped training completely years ago because I would have already hit my potential. Whereas at this point now, I've been training for 10 years and I'm still very happy mentally, physically, to where I'm still making progress and I'm enjoying what I'm doing, which is the main thing. This next one is kind of linked to the previous one, but you'll never actually build the character that you should build from training. When you've been training for over 10 years, your character changes, the things you know change, the way people treat you and talk to you changes as well. Now, this isn't a big ego boost thing, saying that you're better than everyone else if you're going to the gym and you've been training consistently. But when you know deep down in your own head that you have stuck to something years on end and the progress you have made is only due to the effort and the progress and the mindset you've had towards that, it's such a good feeling. So if you take steroids and you make 10 years worth of progress in 5 or 6 years, you're going to be very disappointed with the fact that in your head you're going to be thinking it's all down to that rather than your actual own hard dedication. And another link to that is you'll be more disappointed with the progress you have made. Now, it took me years to achieve a compliment from someone in the gym to where they say I look good and my physique looks big, but at the end of the day, a compliment is a compliment. If you're someone who is 220 pounds or just over 90 kilos natural and you look good, someone says your physique looks good and you look big, the mental kind of endorphins you get from that are going to be the exact same as you get if you get the exact same compliment from someone when you are 120 kilos lean. Just because you're on steroids doesn't mean the compliments are going to get any better, and they're going to feel better in yourself. A compliment is a compliment, and that's all you kind of want, to know that you're feeling good and what you're doing is working. So you can get just as many good compliments and just as many feel-good hormones from people when you train naturally. If anything, it's even more so because you know you've done it 100% natural. You'll get better compliments in your head than if you're getting them from when you are on PEDs. And the number one thing is you'll never stay that way forever. If you are on performance enhancing drugs and the goals you achieve through performance enhancing drugs, yes, at the time it's going to be really good, you're going to feel amazing, but you're doomed to go backwards at some point. If you're natural, you can always keep progressing year on year as long as you're consistent, and then at some point eventually when you feel like you can't grow anymore as a person or in your training, that's when you might potentially take PEDs, which shouldn't be until your testosterone is on the decline anyway, in my opinion. Whereas if you take steroids in your early 20s, you're going to have to come off them at some point, say in your 30s, and then your physique is going to go down and you're going to be regressing progress rather than improving, and then you're going to end up wanting to jump back on them, and it's an endless cycle which doesn't make you feel good, and at the end of the day, again, you end up with a worse mentality than you would have if you was natural. Now, this video isn't me at all claiming that people who are 100% natural are better than other people who are on PEDs. This is just for the people out there who, like myself, when you first started training, you wanted quick progress and you wanted to make gains, but you, like everyone, look at PEDs like they're their answer to your goals, which they are not. So if you want to make progress 100% naturally without the assistance of PEDs, you can check out my coaching via the link in the description, where I'll help you through my online coaching app where I've helped hundreds of people achieve their goals. Or you can sign up to my free email list where I'll give you daily tips and advice for the gym and your training and help you make amazing progress. So guys, thanks for watching, and if you are 100% natural and you feel like you're still not making gains, then you can maybe watch this video up here, which will help you out. But apart from that, that is all guys. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you later.